Hey lads, what is up? It's Vendetta and we're going to be playing some Shogun 2. This is a replay from quite a while ago actually, and if I can remember where I placed it, I tend to misplace a lot of my files. It's really not the best management ever, and this is the badger. So, it is me and WallyJomBlat. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but I shall refer to him as Wally. And we're against Merce 8, it looks like, Rullian, Hart, and then PK Bad LTN. So that's who we're playing against. And WallyJomBlat, I did play with him ages ago now. Very nice player, very good player. And yeah, we just thought we'd hit some Fall of the Samurai. So this is going to be Fall of the Samurai battle. And it's a 2v2, and this is the first time, as I recall, I got the parrot guns. And it was a pretty good match as well. I mean, we really... we were definitely struggling, but you know, kind of at the end, yeah, it was very interesting. Anyway, so wow, I haven't done this in ages. It's because, I mean, I've kind of added a lot of people, you know, several weeks back, and I haven't played with you like WallyJomBlat, and it's not because I don't want to talk to you and I'm being mean. It's just that I haven't been playing much Shogun 2 very lately, but yeah, I definitely need to start playing some more. Anyway. So we're playing Fall of the Samurai, and I've got, what is it? I think that's 3 Yari key. I then got 2 Carbine Cav, which are always useful for flanking them enemies. Dem enemies, bro. And then we've also got some White Bear infantry, White Bear, and White Bear. So we've got some nice ranged units. I then got some Spear Levy just to protect my guys on the flank. And I have my Parrot guns placed very decisively on the hill. And where the heck is my general? Oh, my general's up here. Of course, that's not looking shady at all. It's not looking... Oh no, where's my general gone? Yeah, there's my general. It's not looking shady at all. Of course, I might just be hiding something in there. Yeah, you always want to be careful because sometimes when you're deploying your army, you know, a lot of people will deploy their army. Oh, it's all secret and hidden, and the enemy aren't gonna know where it is. But like, you'll place your general with your army, but of course your general can't be hidden in a forest. I'm not sure why that is really, to be honest. I mean, you know, it's a bit weird. But yeah, that's kind of one thing you always want to be looking out for, is to make sure that your general is not with your units while they're hidden, because that kind of gives it away. So Wally, what will Wally be bringing? He'll bring some Black Bear, Black Bear. Black Bear, Black Bear, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's 4 Black Bears over on this flank. He's got, I think, 2 Yari key. Genital injury, nice. We've got some Toaster Riflemen, they are beast. I love Toaster Riflemen. Got some Carbine Cav. He's got his General, who is ranged, of course, they always should be. And he's got his Bowcatchy, along with 2 Spear Levy in the background as well, just supporting his troops. Now, over here, oh god, I want to call him Pock. Poxx. Poxx, okay, he's got, it doesn't even say Poxx, but he's got 2 Yari key at the back. He's then also got some Armstrong guns. These guys are going to be raking in a few good kills. Then he's also got his general, who is melee for some reason. To be honest, oh no, he's got a bit of accuracy as well, but you know, you shouldn't really be going melee if you are going to be, you know, a Fall of Samurai general. I would really not recommend it, because you're just going to get chopped down by the enemy general, and you can also kind of make your general a spare Carbine Cav as well, just by having that extra gun, and they are usually insanely accurate. A little bit too overpowered, but you get my drift. So we've got some Red Bear up here in front. They've got some good stats, some 65, 60 reload skill and some accuracy. Toaster Riflemen, again, loving them. Toaster Riflemen are such a good unit. I mean, if you watch the match where I played with the AI, where I won with the AI against 2 human opponents. I mean, if you watch that battle, you know, my Toaster Rifleman really pulled through, and I think they got about 500 plus kills there. But I think he might have 1 or 2 things hidden, but in all honesty, Fall of the Samurai units are uber expensive, so I wouldn't be expecting him really to have too much else. And we'll play the game just to see if Rulia, I'll call him Merc actually, Merc 8. So Merc, he's got some parrot guns as well as me, so this is kind of a cannon match. I think Wally is a little bit outmatched here, but cannons cost a hell of a lot of money, which is kind of good. That's a good balancing act by CA, because cannons are just a tad, just a little bit overpowered. I'm just going to say. So his general is running out here. He's got a very good general. I think he's ranked up quite a lot. I can't remember what ranks these guys were, but me and Wally, I think, were about 5 or 6 bronze. I can't even remember. And I think these guys must have been either 10 something or... Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they were about 10. I mean, it says there is about 5, but, you know, those stats are definitely not 5, surely. We could compare with me. Yeah, probably, that's fair enough. They probably are about that. So I can't really remember what ranks these guys were, but it's kind of irrelevant. So he's going to rush on forward. Now, I didn't rush forward deliberately, and this is why. So my parrot gun's going to be unleashing into his army. He's going to be charging them towards the forest, which is a nice move because, of course, if you run you guys into forests, then the only logical sense is that they're not going to be able to get shot by any enemy troops, or at least it's heavy cover, heavy, nice, dense cover. So I'm just going to be peppering away into his general there. I've already killed 13 of his men. I think that one shot there did put a good number on his general. So that's really what I'm going to do. I'm going to advance just a little bit. I'll take my cavalry round the flank to put some pressure on him, and now I'm going to unleash my carbine cav now that I know that his flank is now completely clear and I can just run a mock flanking with carbine cav. Meanwhile, on Wally's side, he's microing his cav a little bit, and holy crap, I think he just pulled these guys right out. Did we? Yeah, we did. We did talk about these guys in the beginning of the deployment phase. But to counter Wally, what's it? Pock 8. Pock 8's going to be bringing out. I'll call him Pock from now. He's going to pull him out just to kind of push Wally away. Now Wally is going to be making a bit of a mistake. Those guys are going. Ooh, ow! I would not like to be in Wally's army because he really does not take care of them under cannon fire. So this is a bad move. You don't really ever want to be running into cannon fire because, as you saw, I let Merc basically run into my cannons, and I dealt a lot of damage, getting 20 kills there on his general. That's pretty painful. So I'm going to play fairly conservative. I'm not going to be running up anytime soon. I want to get good usage out of my cavalry units. And here I do just manage to catch his Yariki with mine. My Yariki have got that 18 melee attack. They're only 2 chevrons. That's how damn OP bloody Fots are. They are very overpowered in my opinion. So again, classic Vendetta cav engagement here. I go in with the half depleted. I trap him, make sure he can't move. He then pulls in his cavalry. I then take this other cavalry around the back, and I will be hitting. And I've still got 1 Yariki left in case he does decide to counterattack, which it does, of course, look like he is going to be doing. Now he does manage to get a nice shot off there. And my carbine cav over on WallyJomBlat's side, he's going to be engaging, Pox units. It looks like, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to quite reach each other. Yeah, I mean, he might want to pull back because he has got 125 range versus 150. So here we go, I've just decimated, Merc's cavalry. And now, as I said, I'm going to pull my cavalry around the back and try and hit this cavalry right in the bum. Now, Wally is really playing aggressive here. He's trying to get up right in Pox's grill. But he's then going to pull up his cavalry, which is a very, very good move. Perfect, opportune moment, because obviously I've pretty much wiped out both of the enemy cavalry units, and now he can just charge his cavalry up to the top here, putting pressure, which forces Pock to then pull back all of his units on this flank, so he can't maintain that straight line, which is always something you really want. But of course, these Armstrong guns are going to be raking in the kills there, 177 kills, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I win this or not, but it is a damn good trade-off. I mean, this unit alone has got 100 kills, and this unit's got 40, and I've pretty much wiped out 3 Yariki units and almost his general, it looks like. And I've still got my carbine cav running in here, but I think I am just about to run in and push all of Merc's troops back, because Merc has still got some troops in the forest. Don't be fooled. We're onto this, me and Wally. We know he has still got some troops in here, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Oh, I've killed his general, it sounds like, and I'm going to hit from the back with the carbine cav. His units are going to be repositioning. These units are still well out of position here, and they've now got their backs turned towards me. And I think my units will just be able to scoot up and take some nice pot shots at them. And oh, that was a very, very good move there by Wally. He's taken up his carbine cav. He started to shoot these Armstrong guns, which have been pestering him all lesson in class. This has just been going on, this abuse. And now Wally's just going to be dishing back some lessons. And pretty much, I mean, the carbine cav isn't really doing too much. I got barely any kills on that. I've pulled up these white bears to try and spin these Infantry Marine. Oh no, not Infantry Marine. He duped me. But these black bears, because I didn't want them in a nice straight line, I wanted to break them up. So I've got a superior position here. I think I've got better stats, only just, but my accuracy is a lot worse than his, but the reload skill is better. and of course that means I can focus 2 on 1 here. The Shogun infantry will be going down fairly shortly. I pull in Captain J Cabinet, taking some pot shots, and now it looks like Pock has decided to spin on his flank, and then he's also got his Tosa Riflemen here, who you know, are going to be kind of protected against all of WallyJomBlat's army. The only thing that WallyJomBlat has really got that can outrange Pock is the bowcatchy, because they are 150, 150. But these Tosa Riflemen will chop up those bow units. Actually, no. I mean, if these bow units just kind of get up here to this ridge, again, if you go down to height level, you know, they shouldn't really be able to shoot them. So it looks like I've pretty much just managed to run in and swarm Merc at this point. I mean, my Spear Levy is actually getting into combat and getting some nice kills there. I say nice, they only got 30 kills. But the main idea is I'm breaking these guys. You know, they've got no more cavalry left, so that means I can, of course, just charge straight in with those Spear Levy, because there's not really going to be much of use. Now, this is perfect. I just want to point out why the ending is so good. Now, look at how strong this is. I mean, let's just pause it for a second. So, clearly, my cannons over here, I did manage to pack them up, and I do start moving them out shortly. But, you know, you can kind of see by this point we have overrun them quite substantially. I've got, you know, men on the hills here, on the flanks. I've still got all my carbine cav left, and, you know, Wally has got a lot of men left, even though not all of it is great gun units, but he's still got a lot of troops left. He's still got all of his cavalry. I've still got this unit over here, which was a bit strange, because, you know, when we're over here with this engagement, I then charged my cavalry down into here to attack his line infantry from behind. But what I did is that I then pulled one of them back, pulled one forward to distract, and the one that pulled back actually came into this forest. And as you can see here, he's hidden. Oh. So the issue with this is that Pock has kind of noob boxed himself. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't like noob boxing. This isn't such a noob box, you know, as it were, but, you know, it's going to be tough to break down. He's got some 150 range units with that, what is it, 80 reload skill, 60 accuracy, 175 range. These guys are going to tear through all of Wally's army, you know, and then if Wally then tries to make some sort of downhill charge, he's going to get absolutely pwned by all of these white bears. You know, the real only issue that the enemy team has got is the fact that you know, I'm kind of running rampage on my flank, you know, because I've still got my carbine cav, so I can kite, I can maneuver, I can basically just make this unit dance. This is an Infrared Marine, this really is one, but I can make it dance around on the field, you know, because I'll be hitting it from so many different directions. This isn't something you want to be doing either. You want to be constantly moving your carbine cav around, kiting. You want to split them up. You never want them to be in two kind of, you know, grouped units at once. And also, whenever you're engaging a unit which is much more you know, just better than your own, so, you know, for example, 175 range, 80 reload skill, 60 accuracy, you really want to be ganging up on it with a lot of troops. You don't just want to be sending one straight forward, like Wally has just done here. And here we go. I have now taken my cavalry in at the most opportune time. I'm sorry, we kind of missed that a little bit, but I charged my cavalry straight in. I hit these red bears before they could support you know, the white bears up here, which prevented them from shooting all of WallyJomBlat's cavalry, and me and WallyJomBlat pretty much just swept through. So, you know, that was a pretty defensible position, pretty impregnable, but you know, I just managed to pull out my cavalry at the correct moment. I hit that red bear unit, you know, preventing them from firing, and then WallyJomBlat, all he had to do was charge down all of his cavalry, and we have now swamped them with horsemen. So we've got a lot of troops left, and my carbine cav are really not useful in this game. They normally quite are. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this battle. And yeah, this is the first one I've done in a good while, so I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll go to the results. Oh my god, did I just say the results? I mean, Surav is going to have a huge go at me for that, because he hates anything to do with French. Well, to be honest, you can blame him. I'm just saying, but that's coming from an English guy, so yeah, let's go into the results. So yeah, I did deploy 960 men. I think Merc and Pock, it's not even his name, Pock, but it's just easier. Why have a random name? Anyway, so I think they did just have more quality units over quantity. WallyJomBlat definitely had quantity, but you know, he used them well. He didn't lose quite as many as I probably would have thought so initially. Because, I mean, look, I mean, he pretty much lost the same amount as Merc and Pock, you know, individually, which is not bad for a 1200 or 1300 man army, should I say. But, yeah, we definitely raked in the kills, and I do hope you enjoyed, because it was a pretty tricky battle. I mean, when I first looked at it, I thought, shit, this is going to be hard, because the map isn't exactly, you know, great. I wasn't expecting them to run in towards my cannons, so you know, it was pretty tricky when we first thought. So the Yariki, of course, raking in loads of kills, wiping out his cavalry. You know, I mean, generally, if you can wipe out someone's cavalry early on in the game, you know, their spirit kind of goes, if you like. You know, they feel, oh, what's the point? You know, because now you're going to surround them with cavalry, you're going to have that map domination, they're going to have to hurdle up into a little ball, and 9 times out of 10 you'll probably win. So if you can take the cavalry out nice and early, especially if you're fielding carbine cav, because then you can just kite for the rest of the game. Sometimes what I do, I mean, I'm not proud of it, but in most FOTS battles I do bring carbine cav. And if you can shut my carbine cav down really quickly, I do generally get that really sad, depressing feel. But sometimes what I do is, if I know they haven't got any cavalry, I'll just sit my army back and I'll just let my carbine cav in 2 different directions, and I'll start to rip them apart very slowly. You know, make their positioning all really mangled up, and then I'll charge forward my army once my carbine cav have either died, routed, or ran out of ammunition. That's normally how I play it if I know they haven't got any cavalry. But yeah, that's kind of how I would go about it. So how many kills did my parrot got? Oh, they only got 55 kills, which isn't great. I think they cost about 1400, but I mean, Merc, dang, 170 kills with those parrots. Ouch. And his Toaster Rifleman. I thought his Toaster Rifleman actually got a lot more kills than that, only 32. Toaster Riflemen do cost a lot, but as I said, they are exquisitely good. Infantry Day Marine getting in 30 kills. Again, it's because I attacked it from several different angles. You didn't actually see it when I attacked it, but of course I went with the units in the forest and then the carbine cav. That's always something you want to do. And of course, WallyJomBlat, his Yariki did very, very well. The Black Bears there, raking in the kills against those Tosers at the end. And all around doing pretty darn nice. His Toaster Rifleman got 3 kills. Oh, lost 64! Oh my god, I didn't even see that. You always want to preserve your Toaster Rifleman. I'd say probably use them as the last sort of, you know, unit in your army. Try and keep them protected as much as possible. Don't have them in the front line all the time, because they do outrange a lot of units. So you can place them just behind your, say, White Bear, Black Bear, you know, infantry, so they can soak up the hits rather than your Toaster Rifleman. So you really want to preserve these. And again, making another reference to the past video I did, when I won with the AI against those 2 human opponents, quite a lol match. But yeah, again, you know, I won with the Toaster Rifleman pretty much, and that just shows how powerful they are and how you should really preserve them. It looks like I didn't really use a lot of these units, but Pock. Now, Pock did very well with his Armstrong guns, mainly because Wally just charged them forward. So, you know, half of Wally's deaths were simply down to these Armstrong guns, which is never good. The Toaster Rifleman did very well, though, getting that 98. So they definitely made up for their capital. And pretty much, I think it was kind of just a one-sided game. Oops. Oh, no. But I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you later.